So what that means is that we're just going to be moving through postures consistently through these next 45 minutes, holding them for a few breaths at a time. So go ahead and roll out your mat if it's not already down. Today we're going to continue to focus on our breath, uniting us through our movements, our postures, coming back to it when sometimes things might get challenging or tough, and letting that guide us through. We'll go ahead and begin in a comfortable child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, splay your knees out open wide. Sink your glutes towards your heels, crawl your fingertips long towards the top of your mat, and rest your forehead, your third eye center down. Take an inhale, fill up your lungs. Open mouth, exhale, let everything go. This time with sealed lips constricting the back of your throat, breathe in. With sealed lips constricting the back of your throat, creating an oceanic sound, breathe out. This is your Ujjayi breath. We'll be using it throughout class today to cultivate heat in our bodies. Crawl your fingertips a little further forward. Sink your glutes closer towards your heels. Ujjayi inhale. Ujjayi exhale. On an inhale, rise up to a tabletop position. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly to the mat. Draw your shoulder blades to touch. Bring your gaze forward. Exhale, cat pose. Round, tuck, and curl. Dome through your spine. Bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Take a few rounds moving at your own pace. Breath to movement from cat to cow. Any organic movement that serves you. Sway your hips gently from side to side, maybe a neck roll. We'll meet back in a neutral tabletop position. Ground down into your left hand. Inhale, send your right arm up high towards the sky. Option to stay here. Maybe you take a few wrist rolls or some arm circles, forward and back. Move counterclockwise, then clockwise, just opening up into our shoulders. Breathe in, re-extend your right arm up high. Breathe out, thread the needle. Right hand comes behind your left wrist, right shoulder to the mat, right cheek rests down. Your left hand can crawl long towards the front of your mat, or you can wrap around to your right hip flexor for a half bind. Slowly return your left hand to the mat. Breathe in, open, twist to the right. Breathe out, neutral tabletop. Ground down into your right hand. Inhale, send your left arm up high. Option to take some wrist circles here, maybe some arm circles. Any movement that you did on the opposite side. Breathe in, re-extend. Breathe out, thread the needle. Left hand behind your right wrist, left cheek comes to the mat. Option to crawl your right arm long towards the front of the room, or maybe you reach around to your front hip flexor for that bind. Slowly return your right hand to the mat. Breathe in, open, twist. Breathe out, neutral tabletop. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pike your hips up high. First downward dog of class. Pedal out your feet. Or option to simply hold still in down dog. Create space between all 10 fingers. Ground down into your index and your thumb. Drive your heels closer towards the mat. Lengthen through the back of your legs. United breath in. United breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, ragdoll pose. Grab for the crooks of your elbows. Drape your torso towards your thighs. Find a bend in your knees. Let gravity do the work as you sway gently from side to side. Slowly release your hands to the mat. Toe heel your feet together to touch. On an inhale, roll all the way up to mountain pose. Reach your hands up high. Rotate your pinkies inward. Soften your shoulders away from your ears, creating length through your collarbone. Breathe in, grow 1 inch taller. Breathe out, micro back bend. Cactus your arms, shine your heart. Push your pelvis forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive. Extend your arms out long towards the side and hinge down. Hands come to the mat, forward fold. Drape your torso towards your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your shins or thighs. Create length from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Breathe in. Breathe out, high plank pose. You have options. You can hold high plank and shift back for your chaturanga. You can lower down to your knees to do your chaturanga, or you take traditional. Inhale, shift 1 inch forward. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Elbows graze your rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shine your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll over your toes. Hips pike up high. Flowing sun A. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, micro back bend. Breathe in, mountain. Breathe out, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fly to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, micro back bend. Breathe in, mountain. Breathe out, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pause for a moment. We'll take a stretch. Drop your left hip, gaze over your right shoulder, stretching out our core. Breathe in. Breathe out, return back to center. Drop your right hip, gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe in, come back to center. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Ujjayi, inhale. Ujjayi, exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, neutralize your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Scissors, squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. Sink your glutes down and back. Shift your weight into your heels so much that all 10 toes could flutter up, and then right back down to the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, open twist to the left. Extend your left arm towards the back of the wall. Let your gaze move to the side or towards your left hand. Bump your left hip flexor towards the front. Sink your glutes closer towards the earth as if you're sitting in the tiniest chair. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana mountain pose in your arms, left knee lifts. Bring your knee up in line with your hip flexor. Dorsiflex your toes towards your face. Tilt your pelvis up and underneath you. Energy through your fingertips. Breathe in. Breathe out, airplane Dakasana. Slow and controlled, your left foot can touch the mat or try to keep it hovering the entire time. Kick it towards the back wall. Flex your toes towards your face. Kick your heel up in line with your glute. Gaze down to the top short edge of your mat. Energetically pull the palms of your hands together as if there was a block between them. Breathe in. Breathe out. Crescent lunge with airplane arms. Land your left toes to the mat. You can readjust your stance if needed. Push your left heel high towards the ceiling. 90-degree bend in your right knee. Keep your torso elevated from your right thigh. Inhale, reaching crescent, arms sweep forward. Knit your ribs down and into your midline. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen through the nape of your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out, warrior two, blossom open. First time here, option to bend in and out of your front leg. And then settle into your posture. Find a 90-degree bend. Track your knee on top of your ankle. Keep your arms firm and strong, so if I came and tapped on them, they wouldn't budge. Inhale, star pose, burst open. Shine your heart. Exhale, side lat lunge to the back. Parallel your feet to the short edges of your mat. Bend into your left knee. Send your glutes towards the back wall. Keep your torso lifted up and away from your thighs. Pressure between the palms of your hands. You can stay here, or if you want to move into Skandasana, slowly place your hands to the mat. Spin your left foot towards the corner and lower down. Your right toes will be flexed towards your face. You can always stay inside that lunge, that's perfectly fine, or move into this posture, Skandasana. If you want to grab a pillow, you can always rest your hands right there. Opening up into our hips. Slowly returning to our Ujjayi breath. Inhale, star pose, burst open. Exhale, extended side angle to the front. Bend into your right knee. TikTok your arms to 6 and 12 o'clock. Right forearm can always rest onto your right thigh, or you can keep it extended. Feel the twist through your torso and find your gaze. Inhale, reverse warrior. Maintain your 90-degree bend in your front knee. Right arm reaches up and back as if you were high-fiving the back wall. Left hand can drape down your back thigh, or maybe you reach around to your front hip flexor for that half bind. Breathe in. Breathe out, cartwheel your hands high to low plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. We've been here before. Sink your glutes closer towards the earth. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Squeeze and rotate your inner thighs towards one another. Breathe in. Breathe out, open twist to the right. Send your right arm towards the back wall. Gaze can turn to the side, or maybe it follows your right hand. Shift your right hip back to the front. Sink your glutes closer towards the mat. Keep your breath going strong. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Mountain pose in your right knee. Bring your knee up in line with your hip. Dorsiflex your toes towards your face. Press into all four corners of your left foot to create a strong and firm foundation. Breathe in. Breathe out, airplane Dakasana. Slow and controlled. Your right foot can tap the mat, but try to keep it lifted the entire time. Kick your foot to the back wall. Flex your toes. Heel up in line with your glute, then send your right hip down towards the earth. Gaze long at the top short edge of your mat. Keep a small micro bend in your left standing leg, one that I can't see, but you can feel. Breathe in. Breathe out, crescent lunge, airplane arms, right toes tap to the mat. Keep a 90-degree bend in your left knee, your torso elevated from your left thigh. Use your core strength. Reach your palms long towards the back wall. Inhale, reaching crescent arms, sweep forward. Rotate your pinkies inward. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Continue to send your right heel high towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out, warrior two. First time here on this side, you can go right into it or take a few bends in and out of your left leg. When you're ready, find your 90-degree bend. Track your left knee on top of your left ankle. Gaze over your left fingertips. Pressure on the knife edge, the outside edge of your right foot. Inhale, star pose, burst open. Exhale, side lat lunge to the back. Spin your feet parallel to the short edges of your mat, hands to heart center. Bend into your right knee. Torso stays lifted away from your right thigh. Option to stay here or move into Skandasana if you did on the opposite side. Hands touch the mat. Spin your right toes to the corner and slowly lower down. Your left toes flex towards your face. Really opening up into our hip flexor. Take any variation you did on the opposite side. You can always rest your hands on a pillow or blanket if it's nearby. Maybe you crawl them forward for a little deeper stretch, or keep them right next to your leg. Reuniting our Ujjayi breath. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, extended side angle. Tuck your arms to 6 and 12 o'clock. 90-degree bend in your front knee. You can rest your left forearm onto your left thigh if you did so on the opposite side. Feel the twist through your torso on each exhale that you take. Inhale, reverse warrior. Maintain your 90-degree bend. Reach your left arm up and back. Maybe you take that half bind with your right hand if you did so on the opposite side. Send both shoulders towards the side wall. Breathe in. Breathe out, cartwheel your hands, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We flow, sun B. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, mountain pose in your arms. Breathe in. Breathe out, airplane Dakasana. We stay for the inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, reaching crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, side lat lunge or option for Skandasana. Inhale, star. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right knee lifts, mountain pose in your arms. Breathe in. Breathe out, airplane Dakasana. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, reaching crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, side lat lunge, option for Skandasana. Inhale, star. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, step or float, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, open twist left. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, airplane Dakasana. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, reaching crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, side lat lunge or Skandasana to the back. Inhale, star. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, journey to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right knee lifts. Exhale, airplane Dakasana. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, reaching crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, side lat lunge or Skandasana to the back. Inhale, star. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. United breath in. United breath out. We flow with some additions. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fly to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, figure four. Left foot, right thigh. Bend into your right knee, sink your glutes towards the mat. Really opening up into our left outer hip flexor. Option is stay right here. If you're looking for a deeper stretch or a balance challenge, slowly hinge down, hands can touch the mat. Or maybe you reach for your right shin, your right calf. Really press into all four corners of your right foot, creating a strong foundation. If you went down, slowly return back to your breath. Bring your hands up to heart center. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, rise up. Exhale, airplane Dakasana. Little pulses. Left heel up high towards the sky. Just pulse it out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, warrior 3. Hands can come to heart center, or option to extend them forward towards the front. Point your toes towards the back wall. Kick your heel up in line with your glute. One line of energy. Keep your breath going. Inhale, reaching crescent, left toes tap. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, star pose. We change it up. Exhale, horse squat. First time here on this side, option to bring your hands to your inner thighs. Take a few shoulder dips from side to side, or you can simply hold your horse if you prefer. Any variation or expression that serves you. We'll meet back in a horse squat when you're ready. Tilt your pelvis up and underneath you, lengthen through your torso. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits, left leg lifts. Your hands can rest to the mat. You can always grab a pillow or blanket to rest them on to bring the earth closer. Or if you want to go for a balance challenge, one hand or both, right shin, right calf. Gaze to the top short edge of your mat or your right big toe. As you kick your left heel high, hinge your torso closer towards your right leg. Breathe in. Breathe out, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg high, first time here. Exhale, scorpion tail. Right heel, left glute. Create those circles through your leg. Open up through your right hip flexor. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, soar to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, figure 4. Right foot to your left thigh. Sink your glutes down and back. Opening up into a right outer hip flexor. Keep your torso lifted away from your thighs. Or if you took a deeper stretch, a balance challenge on the opposite side, slowly hinge down. Hands can come to the mat, or maybe you reach one hand to your shin, maybe the other to your calf. Come back to your breath. Find that balance within. If you lower down, slowly come right back up, hands to heart center. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, airplane Dakasana. Little pulses, right heel up high towards the sky. Little tiny movement for 4, for 3, for 2, warrior 3 in 1. Inhale. Hands can go to heart center, or maybe you extend them towards the front. Point your toes to the back. Create length from your heel all the way to the crown of your head. So beautiful. Breathe in, reaching crescent. Breathe out, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse squat, sink low. Second time here, you can bring your hands to your inner thighs. Do a second set of those shoulder dips. Or simply hold your horse squat. Sink low, tilt your pelvis up and underneath you. Knees rotate outward to open up through your hip flexors. Inhale, star. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits. Right leg soars. Hands can rest to the mat, to a pillow or blanket if it's nearby, or maybe you go for the balance challenge on this side. One hand or both, right shin, right calf. Point your right toes up high towards the ceiling. Drape your torso closer towards your front thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, scorpion tail. Left heel, right glute. Then in and out of your left leg. Opening up through your hip flexor. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Step your left foot up and in, seal it to the mat, then rise up. 2 lanes of traffic with your feet. You can readjust your stance as needed. Find a bend into your right knee. Your left heel drives into the earth. Create length through the back of your left leg. Take a moment, bring your hands to your hip flexors. Send your right hip back, your left hip forward, then tilt your pelvis up and underneath you. Nice. Inhale, re-extend your arms up high. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe in. Breathe out, full pyramid pose. Straighten your front leg. Slow and control, hinge down. Maybe your hands hover, and that's perfectly fine. Or you can go down and your hands touch the mat. Drape your torso towards your front thigh. Send your right hip back, your left hip forward. Hinge closer towards your right leg on each exhale that you take. Breathe in. Breathe out, Prasarita to the left. Spin over. Parallel your feet to the short edges of your mat. Your hands can rest down. You can take a twist, one hand to center, one hand extended. You can grab for the outside edges of your feet. You can crawl your hands back. Any variation or expression that serves you. Maybe you take a few bends in and out of your legs. Slowly bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, eagle on the right. So your right arm goes under your left. You can grab for opposite shoulders. You can go for the double bind. So once again, right arm under left. And then your right leg lifts over your left. You can tap it down to the mat, or you can go for the double bind. Right foot wraps behind your left calf. Scissors squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. Knock your knees an inch to the right, your elbows an inch to the left. Bring your shoulders over your hips as if you were sitting up against a wall. If you fall out, it's perfectly fine. Just get right back into it, really focusing on your center and your stability. Keep your Ujjayi breaths going strong. Let that guide you through. Breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold, unbind, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Right foot steps up and in, right heel seals to the mat. 2 lanes of traffic with your feet. Your left knee bends and tracks on top of your left ankle. Take a moment, bring your left hand to your right rib cage and just gently tug it forward so it meets your left. Re-extend your arms up high. Knit your ribs down and into your midline. Rotate your pinkies inward, energy through your fingertips. Breathe in. Breathe out, full pyramid pose. Straighten your front leg. Slow and controlled, hinge down. Hands maybe hover or maybe they touch the mat. Inch your right hip forward as your left hip moves back. Let your torso fall heavy towards your left thigh. On each exhale that you take, continue to drive your right heel into the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, Prasarita to the right, spin over. Parallel your feet to the short edges. Your hands can rest down. You can plant one palm and extend the other. Maybe you reach for the outside edges of your feet. Take any variation that serves you. Switch it up from the other side. Slowly bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, eagle on the left. So left arm goes under right. You can grab for opposite shoulders or left palm touches right. Once again, left arm under right, shoulders or opposite palm. Then bring your left leg over. Your left toes can tap to the mat or wrap around behind your right calf for that double bind. Squeeze your inner thighs tightly. Sink your glutes down and back just like we did in chair. Bring your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Lengthen through your torso. Find your drishti gaze, an unmoving object that you can stare at and focus on to help you keep your balance. Breathe in. Breathe out, release, forward fold. Toe heel your feet out, hips width distance. Bend into your left knee, plant your left palm. Inhale, open, twist to the right. Right palm soars high. Inhale. Exhale, switch it out. Right palm to the mat, bend into your right knee. Open, twist to the left. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Toe heel your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, round tuck and curl. Come up high onto your toes, drop your glutes towards your heels. Bring your forehead to meet your knees. Option to stay here. Maybe you go for the balance challenge. Hands to the outsides of your shins. If you took that challenge, slowly release your hands to the mat. Take a simple twist, crawl them up and over to the right. Left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Feel the twist through your torso. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands come back to center. Twist towards the left. Right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Then exhale, slowly lower down onto a seat. So we're moving into inversions, the playtime of class. If there's any inversions that you're working on in your own practice, feel free to take them. Know that you can always take child's pose, the posture we started class out in. That's a great option. Today we're going to be working on crow pose and baby crow. So if you know either of those and you want to just soar into them, feel free. If not, I'll do a quick demo of both and walk us all through it. So for a crow pose, you start in a downward facing dog. You bring your gaze forward to your hands. Step your feet 4 to 6 inches behind the palms of your hands. You bend your elbows like you're doing a chaturanga, and then you place your shins up to your upper parts of your arms. Spread your fingertips out wide. Those are your braking pads. Slowly shift forward. You can stay right here, that's great, or lift one foot and then the other. And maybe that's where you stay, or maybe you end up lifting one foot and then you lift both and you fly, or you fall. That's okay. That's what inversion and playtime is all about. So you can try on regular crow pose. If you're looking for baby crow, it's just like crow, except you're on your forearms. So drop down to your forearms, hips up high, then step your feet right behind your forearms. Shins come to the upper parts of your arms. Really press into your forearms and then lift your feet up. So you're a little closer to the mat in case you're worried about falling or touching down. So let's all try it on. We'll start in a downward facing dog. Down dog, hips up high. Decide if you want to take baby crow or crow. Baby crow, drop to your forearms. Bring your gaze forward. Step your feet 4 to 6 inches behind your forearms or the palms of your hands. Then bend your elbows to 90 degrees if you're doing crow. Place your shins onto the upper parts of your arms, baby crow or crow, and then slowly shift forward. And maybe you stay there, maybe you're able to lift your feet up. Maybe you fly, maybe you fall. Maybe you see how long you can hold it for. Find that challenge for yourself, that belief, and come back to your breath. Nice. When you've had enough, we'll all meet back in a comfortable child's pose, but absolutely no rush to get there. Child's pose, bring your glutes towards your heels. Crawl your fingertips long. Ujjayi, inhale. Ujjayi, exhale. On an inhale, slow and controlled, rise up to a tabletop position. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee to your right wrist. Right foot maybe to your left. Drop down to your back knee and tuck your toes. Gaze over your right shoulder, ensure foot, toes included are in a straight line. Option to stay right here or slowly lower down to your forearms, maybe all the way. You can always rest your head, your forearms onto a pillow. If this posture causes you any pain at all, know that you can always take supine figure 4 on your back. Slowly come back to your breath. Push up to the palms of your hands. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, three-legged dog. Send your right leg high towards the sky. You have options. You can kick it in and out to open up through your hip flexor, or you can take flip dog. Plant your left palm to the mat. You spin your left foot towards the back wall. Your right foot slowly touches down, and then extend your right arm towards the front. Beautiful flip dogs. Breathe in. Breathe out, we meet back, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Left knee to your left wrist, left foot maybe to your right. All depends on your hip mobility. Drop down to your back knee and tuck your back toes. Gaze over your left shoulder, ensure your foot, toes included are in a straight line. Then option to stay up on the palms of your hands, or you can slowly lower down to your forearms. Great place to grab some blankets to rest your forehead, your forearms on. If your hip flexor is lifted away from the mat, you can always slide something right underneath it as well. And then just return to your breath. Slowly re-engage your breath. Push up to the palms of your hands. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg high. Option to bend in and out of your left leg. Or if you took flip dog on the opposite side, do so here. Ground down into your right hand. Slowly spin your right foot towards the back wall and your left foot touches down onto the earth. Your left hand reaches long towards the front. Send your heart high towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi, inhale. Ujjayi, exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, drop down to your knees. Go ahead, take a seat onto your glutes. Extend both of your legs out long in front of you. Scoot one glute back and then the other. Inhale, reach your hands up high. Exhale, seated forward fold. Reach for your feet, your shins, whatever is accessible. You can bend your knees if needed. Let your torso fall heavy towards your legs. Slowly on an inhale, rise up. On an exhale, lower all the way down onto your back. Once here, walk your feet up and in towards your glutes so your hands could tickle your heels. Inhale, bridge pose. Hike your hips up high. Option to stay here or interlace your hands underneath you for a bind. If you took a bind, slowly release it. Lower your back, your glutes to the mat. Bring your knees into your chest for a neutralizing squeeze. Breathe in. Breathe out, happy baby pose. Send your feet up high towards the ceiling. You can grab for your shins, your calves, whatever is more accessible, or the inner or outer arches of your feet. Rest your tailbone to the mat, and then option is sway gently from side to side. Maybe you extend one leg long, and then the other. Slowly bring your knees back into heart center. Give yourself a hug. Breathe in. Breathe out. Easy supine twist. Let your knees fall to the left. Reach your arm out to the right. Let your head fall heavy. An option to flutter your eyes closed. Slowly bring your knees back into center. Give yourself a neutralizing squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, easy supine twist. Let your knees fall to the right. Here, reach your left arm out long and let your head fall heavy to the left. Slowly bring your knees back into center. Grab for opposite elbows. Bring your forehead to meet your knees. Inhale, give yourself the biggest hug, the tightest squeeze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shavasana. Wiggle, move, adjust, and just slowly be. These next few minutes are yours. I'll let you know when it's time to reawaken. have the option to stay right where you are, or if you're ready to move on with your day, begin by wiggling your fingertips, your toes. Open and close your jaw. Take an inhale, fill up your lungs. Open mouth, exhale, let all your air go. This time on your inhale, reach your hands up high overhead. Take a full body stretch from your toes to your hands. Breathe in. Breathe out, roll over to your favorite side. Rest your head on your arm as a pillow. With your opposite hand, push yourself up gently to a seat. Bring your hands to your third eye center. The light in me honors and respects the light in each and every one of you. Bowing forward together, we seal in this practice. Namaste. Thanks for joining.